The morning air was bitter. It cut through fabric, through skin, through bone. John Bullich pulled his coat tighter, boots crunching over frozen ground. The quarry was silent. Too silent. Then, he saw it. Something pale, drifting just beneath the surface of the pond. At first, it didn't make sense. Then it turned, slightly. A face. Small. Still. A child. Face down in freezing water. Blonde hair fanned out, like silk. Unmoving. By the time the sheriff arrived, the cold had already done its work. The body was lifted, slowly, water dripping. And that's when it became clear. This was not an accident. This child did not belong here. They didn't know his name. So they gave him one. Little Lord Fauntleroy. A name borrowed from innocence, from privilege, from a storybook. Because of how he was dressed. A gray knit sweater. Black stockings. Polished patent leather shoes. Clean. Cared for, deliberate. This was not a neglected child. Someone had dressed him, carefully. Someone had chosen those clothes. But when investigators looked closer, something felt wrong. Every label. Every tag. Gone. Cut out. Removed with intention. Not torn. Not worn away. But surgically, eliminated. Whoever prepared this child. Planned this. They wanted him found. But never identified. Coroner L.F. Lee began his examination. Searching for something simple. An accident. A fall. A tragic mistake. He didn't find one. Instead, there was a wound. Blunt force trauma. Located at the top of the skull. Consistent with a heavy impact. Delivered with force. But the most chilling detail was what was not there. Water. There was almost none in the lungs. No froth. No fluid saturation. Which meant one thing. The boy was already dead. Before he touched the water. The quarry pond was not the crime scene. It was the dumping ground. Police spread out across Waukesha. Knocking on doors. Checking schools. Questioning families. No one recognized him. No one reported him missing. It was as if he had never existed. Then, a lead. A quarry worker. Mike Coker. Came forward. He remembered a woman. Weeks earlier. Standing near the same pond. Wearing a red sweater. She was crying. Distressed. She asked about a little boy. Her voice, shaking. And then. A car arrived. A man inside. Waiting. She got in. And they were gone. No names. No license plate. No trace. Just a moment. That meant everything. And nothing. Days passed. Then weeks. Still, no name. No family. No claim. But the town refused to let him disappear. A woman named Minnie Conrad stepped forward. She organized a burial. Collected donations. Ensured the boy would not be forgotten. On March 14th. A small white casket. Lowered into the earth. At Prairie Home Cemetery. No name carved into stone. Just 2 words. Our darling. Years turned into decades. The case faded. But never closed. Then, in 1949, a man came forward. Homer LeMay. He claimed the boy was his son. Said the child had died, years earlier. In a car accident. In Argentina. But investigators checked. There was no accident. No records. No evidence. The story collapsed. Piece by piece. And LeMay himself was known for forgery. For deception. For lies. Authorities considered exhuming the body. To test the claim. To finally give the boy a name. But the request was denied. And the truth stayed buried. More than a century later. He is still there. Beneath the earth. In a grave marked only by love. And mystery. Some say. A woman in a heavy veil. Visited for years. Leaving flowers. Standing in silence. Watching. Was she the woman in red? Was she the one who cut the tags? We don't know. What we do know is this. A child was cared for. Dressed with intention. Handled gently. And then killed. And left. Without a name. Our darling.